Welcome back to my monster train 200 plus shard complete rotations where I'm trying to get wins using every single clan combination at 200 plus shards. Last time we had our good pal Prince paired with our Shade Splitters from Umbra, which means we are on to the next clan of Awoken. Sentient's still, honestly, I think kind of fun. Awoken's a good pair with a lot of clans. If we roll the numbers, we get a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Foregone power is not done. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, so we see Daedalus the Indiscriminate, Fell Wings of Safety, so Spell Shield's annoying, Seraph the Temperant, so Sap. Ice Tornado, I'm not a fan of Ice Tornado, but it's fine for a big damage spell as needed. Glimmers and Invigorating Solutions, though, work pretty well. We do see Awoken Banner early, followed by Stygian Banner. Both of those with temples are nice. Let's see what we get here. Max health is just very cool, so I will gladly take that. I know the extra draw is really good, pairs very well with incants, but I just enjoy spikes more. I find spikes fun, and so I'm going to take the spikes. We'll do +5 base health, because that's 35 health, 5 health now, excuse me. Though Jack Strips would have been very nice for this setup here. Alright, so 35 health, when we drop that, that's now 53. So you do gain a good amount there. This is 15. If I clear that, that saves me a lot. If I clear this floor, I save 12. So I guess I should have cleared this one. That was my mistake. I was doing the math and then just instinctively ignored it. Alright, so we set up a backliner. We clear that guy, because he's something that can still kill me. We're just going to give myself a pair of heals. And we're going to tornado that floor. The tornado gives me the best value, because it kills the huge dude. We're going to draw 3. We're going to heal 1, and we're going to foregone power. I think my goal is just to get a bunch of foregone powers, though I think I already have the kill. Yeah. Well, we only get 1. But we still got an easy kill here. Alright. Keep going on. Razor Sharp Edge is great. I take the offering token as well. I could have gone for the regen there. That would have been fine as well. These are both great. We definitely take the Animus though. We give it some health. We can re-roll here, see what we see. Large Stone isn't bad. Triple Stark, Large Stone, lots of health. I am quite fine with that. And Titan's Claw will actually make those tornadoes useful, assuming I don't end up discarding them. Alright, so we're still going to just play top. And for here, we can just take out those guys. Let's see. Yeah, we're just gonna start doing that down there. Right, so we can just clear out damage really nicely. Screw it, we're just gonna ping now. Because I can. Yep, cool. We drop 2 of these. That's just going to die to spikes. We can do this. That's going to get 5 damage in on here and clear that guy, which will give me more opportunities to simply just get frostbite on him. So now we have the frostbite, we do a little bit of this action, and we get a nice easy kill. Typically when you see the sweepers or multi-strike ring 1 with Awoken, you want to give it health in case you do find Spike's trial with Spike boss, because it can be very easy to die otherwise. Sting's a nice free incant, so I'm going to take that. Only take another offering token. I like my offering tokens. We do see Temple, but I do want an infusion. Wow. I guess I should have clicked the Temple first, right? Because Eel Gorgon is amazing. Eel Gorgon, I could put, I mean, it's still amazing no matter what. I could give my dude Rage, which is good. I could give it another multi-strike, which is fine. We're going to give it Rage. I should have checked here. There's another multi-strike. Okay. So I could give this triple striker another multi-strike. Sorry, this guy triple strike with Rage 1. Or I could give this health multi-strike and a third multi-strike. I think I like my setup as is. It's going to save me money as well. So we're just going to put these two together. I think that's fine. We're going to save the plus 30 for now. We'll put a plus 10 into a Glimmer. And this is going to be... Oh, my choices. Okay. We're going to take Petrified Skull. I think that's my best choice. The other choices were both perfectly fine. I will make the other Glimmer Giant as well. They're just... This deck has triple strike already, so it doesn't really need the clear. And I'm not against bosses that really need the damage shield currently. So I think this is the right call. Yeah, we're just going to keep going up here. Giving myself some rage. Already down 100 some health, which is awesome. We'll do Glimmer 1, second Glimmer. We're going to save, rather than cast that incant, we'll save it for next round as a 0 cost. And I'd rather just keep building up this rage, I think. Yeah, same thing as last time. We're going to heal you once for now. We're going to save this. That's going to be a 0 cost incant rather than discarding it. We're just going to do it down here, and we're going to give him a little frostbite. Though I'm not really concerned at all. We have a lot of rage, we have a lot of health. And I think that's just an easy kill. Yeah. No struggles so far, we're doing quite well. We'll take the adaptive mutation because that could be fun. Man, these would have been so much better in fusions, but we don't need more units. We don't need another lodestone run. We have a full spot. We don't need the hollow. and we take the draw. Alright, we are going to go spells here. There's the Thorned Hollow. He's a lot of fun, but also not needed. Spell Chain. We'll put that in the Petrified Skull, and we're still going to save that. Staple a pair of Train Stewards together. Holdover. We'll put the big heal on Holdover. I quite like that. -1, the Razor Sharp Edge, and then a reroll. Permafrost, the Adaptive. Yeah. And then we get rid of 2 of the foregone powers for now. Cool. This is shaping up just fine for me. I'm still just going to do spikes. It just seems more fun. Yeah, this is A-okay. And we're going to save this for the guarantee. Then we get the kill. We do skip that because I was not paying attention like I should have. Ah, man. Barely missed that. Clearly, Jackstripe, just amazing there. Should have taken it. It's okay. Now we get the heal. Since we get the kill, we're just going to save this Ice Tornado for next round. We saved the next Ice Tornado as well. Adaptive also has the Frozen, which is great. So we heal, we do this, we drop you. This is all very good. And there we are. Even get him to stay alive. We'll take +3 magic powers and an ensnare. Those are all great for this deck, as is the Titan's Tooth. Just because it is a discard card. We'll take that to Hope for Peace. Thank you very much. I screwed up not getting the money, but I still want the -1s. There's another holdover. That's really not needed. A Nexus Spike, though? If I choose the adaptive, what's my other option here? Razor Sharp Edge. Alright, if I choose the Tornado... I do like the thought of more adaptive mutations. I can do adaptive. Technically, I could... So, there is something you can do here, which is kind of amusing. It's not needed because I have the Petrified Skull. I could choose the Restore and then choose Adaptive Mutation. Now, you might ask why you do that, because if I do this, I can target many bosses with it. I think my deck's already really good, so I'm going to do this just so I can show it off later on. Hopefully. Maybe it gets another Permafrost. We're going to start... I'm going to -1 that Invigorating Solution because we always want to cast it. -1 a Restore. Very cool. How many more temples are there? 1, 2 more temples. So plenty more chances for spell upgrades. This is fine. Yeah, unfortunately get rid of the Sting. I think the base increase plus being able to sweep these guys out is much more important. So we do this. And honestly, we're just going to kill this guy. We're just going to keep this rage going. This is one downside, is I don't actually want to play those, so my adaptive cost is 0. So I need to get rid of them when I can. Okay. All right, this is still awesome and fine. Let's go ahead and adaptive once, adaptive twice. And I think I should be able to get through this. We are just going to get the heals back next round. So we definitely do it that at least. And we get rid of this. Okay. There we go. And I think this is an easy win now. Yeah. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. We have 1 ensnare. We'll take a second, though. Ooh, Preserve. Preserve will be nice with my Claw. Alright, Temples again. What do we see? We see a +30 and a +10. I like those. We can trade some health for an Icicle Fracture. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of these foregone powers. And we're just going to have a frozen deck for the win. Honestly, that's not bad with a double stack at all. Give it a -1. Holdover on an offering token, since I do have at least 1 card that goes good with. We put the +30 on our Piercing Glimmer, and we put a Pierce on our other AoE spell. It makes me happy. Still kind of sad I messed up and missed that 1 source of gold. Because if I had that, I could purge another card. Right, because I still have 1 foregone power. Alright. 3 cards that cost 0 in my hand now. Let's just go ahead and Sting. We're going to discard a card. Very cool. We're going to save those until the very end. We're gonna start casting that, I think. We're gonna get rid of 2 restores. We want him to die. Okay. Well, since I got the Icicle Fracture, I probably actually don't need this preserve anymore, so we'll probably end up purging that at some point. Right, and here's why I have that on holdover. It's to cast that guy, which is great. And like I said, we need to get rid of this at some point. I was definitely going to redraw before the end, so I didn't mind playing it though. Either of those if I end up discarding them. We just root both of those guys. We can't have too many spells frozen, otherwise we can't draw cards again. Alright. Just gonna... Yeah, this is fine. Petrified Skull. Petrified Skull. Now everything is going to hit you. Cool. Yep, this is going pretty well for me at the moment. This time we're not going to play that Foregone Power though, because I do want to make sure to keep these 2 in hand. However, now I can discard it there, which is great. There we go. And that's why we save those to the end, because we basically just tripled our attack. If you have not done that before, what's happening is the rage is counting as part of the attack. So when I use the adaptive mutation, that rage counting in the attack gets turned into health, but I still have the stacks of rage increasing the attack values. Okay. Awoken's Rail Spike is always nice, and I could do Ember or I could do Draw. Since I do have... We're going to do Draw. We're going to get this deck down probably to fewer things where I need... Ooh, X+3, okay. Proof Firebox is also great. Can't buy anything, whatever. What was I saying? Right, I'm going to get this... Some of these tornadoes out, I think. Rare Awoken, sure, we'll take another Rail Spike. It gives me 2 chances to draw to my opening hand, which is nice. We still keep spikes, 125 health. Means he's coming in with a lot of health. And we're going to remove one of the ice tornadoes. Right there. I have a lot of frozen cards as is, and if I keep 2 and have 1 randomly freeze for 3 cards frozen each turn, I'm already reaching my goal. Okay. If I do this, I'm down a few more cards, but that's okay. Cool. Unfortunately, don't get the kill there. Let's go ahead. The spell shield is annoying. We tornado? Nope. Get rid of that and get rid of you. Alright, we can skull. And skull. That floor is a little bit annoying, but I think it should be fine. Especially if we just drop you for 2 rounds. And we can just draw 3 as well. Very cool. We drop you for 4 rounds now. Yeah, okay. We're perfectly fine here. We do get 1 junk, which is annoying. Now the question is... Yeah, I'm just gonna do this now, unfortunately. I'm gonna take a big chunk of damage. $193. I am still going to be living. But dang, there goes all my health after so long. Which is fine. I mean, it's not the best thing to have happen. But it's something I can live with. Okay. That guy's going to be stuck there, so it's just going to die, which is awesome. Cool. I'm just going to get some rage going. I don't actually want to deal damage here. It has spell shield. Doesn't matter. Okay. Steal the kill. Very nice. Big chunk of damage. Let's take more adaptive mutations because they're fun, and I enjoy my fun. This is the side with the dupe and the Hellvent. We're not going to go for an infinite. It wouldn't be very fast scaling you if we did. But remove consumes are good on, especially like this Permafrost adaptive mutation. Merchant of Steel doesn't give anything, but the dupes do. We're gonna go the health and the better playing of cards. Not excited for any of those. Spike Steel +1 though is really nice for me. We're going to Twin Stone this one. We're going to Purge in -1 the last tornado. We're over 200 shards now. We're remembering to grab these spikes. We can put -1 into a real spike. Double stack into an ensnare, and a +20 consume into a different restore. And then we are just going to wow, this deck is kind of, it doesn't have much in the way of doing things big. Once I get past my initial consume spells, but I think I'm going to be fine. I have a good amount of heal from my glimmers and the +3 at least on from Temper Talisman on my restores are going to help me keep my units alive. We're just gonna petrified, so we can just draw 11 here and have a full hand. This is A-okay. We're gonna freeze that guy. We drop you off. And now we're just doing my incants. Right? And so now we've got something very solid happening. And I am pleased with this. Yeah. So now we've got 3 adaptives. Like I said, I can show this. I'm going to show this on the mini bosses, but you can see since I put the first spell you put it into Nexus Spike always choose the targets. The second one does an ability. So I can switch the attack and health of these units, right? I can make this 10-190 into a 190-10. It's kind of a fun thing. You probably could have done that last time to save some health, whatever. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this is all fine. Now, I could just start increasing the attack here. Why not? And we'll save that one to the very end. But for now, that's just going to give me a good much deal more of attack. We'll see if it was a mistake not to do that in a different order. Like, should I have, for example, saved it until the very last round? I will find out. But for now, I think I'm doing just fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm going to keep doing this on this floor. I should have cast Preserve because I'm going to draw 10 or 9 cards. Get rid of all these units. Very cool. Get rid of some more and some more. This time, since I'm only drawing 8, I'm not going to remember to cast the Preserve because it doesn't matter. Right. At least that one I'm going to hold down a floor. when given the opportunity. Which I do have the opportunity currently. So we're going to keep this guy down. I guess we hold on to a dead weight. Now actually what I wanted to do, I need to discard that once I get the opportunity. And the reason I don't care about this guy coming up because I can just glimmer it away. Yeah, we discard the crappy dead weight. Okay. And this is all just fine. Look at that. Even get him to stay alive. That's barely any attack gain. 10 attack gain. That's not much. But it is a lot of health I gained there. Cool. Victory. And Last Divinity fight. I'm not really worried about this. I have good scaling. I have ways to keep bosses down. I have ways to kill big units. I have pretty much everything answered. Downside, I have that turn 1. Alright, we'll see which one of those 3 gets frozen. Glimmer's not a bad freeze target. It is a big heal. We're just going to start freezing these. Now these are frozen. And we'll see when we need to cast them. Yeah, that just goes away, please. A nice big glimmer. That's going to heal me up, right? So I'm healing more than the guy can do to me, which is awesome. And I'm going to keep that for a round. There's chains, right? So this is, if I didn't have this Petrified Skull or I didn't have Ensnares, this Nexus Spike is good against the mini-bosses. Now, assuming that is, of course, you can kill it, because because the Restore allows me to target any unit as the first spell, the second spell applies to him. That would make it a 7, 10, 26, which then I could just kill off with my Glimmer. So that is another way you can kill these mini-bosses using Nexus Spike. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to pop him away. And we're just going to keep... Yeah, that does not need to be in my deck. Let's see. Yeah, we're just going to do that 3 times, and we'll save it once again for the very last round to get the last big jump in attack. Cool. This is very nice. When we hold on to both of these, this is going to kill the other mini-boss when it spawns, just so I don't have to deal with it. Yeah. I am super out healing the Last Divinity here. I'm scaling quite nicely. The Rage Adaptive Mutation ability is there. We're just going to kill you now to get you out of my deck. Doesn't really matter. I can just play this. Yeah, that's fine. All right. We can sting. We can get rid of a card. There we go. Big Glimmer. So that Glimmer is going to kill that backliner, which is going to let me heal him back up. And since we're only drawing 8 next turn, we're not going to cast the Preserve. We'll save that for a turn we need to draw 9. I don't like junk, so we're going to Glimmer down here. Not that it matters too much, because there's only one unit here. We are going to keep you down here, since I'm just going to draw a bunch. Do have to, unfortunately, Permafrost something. If I want to cast that, it's okay. Yeah, and I think just doing that, yep, that's enough. But I'm not done yet, Divinity. I actually lose attack, but look how much health that would gain. I could just kill him, that doesn't matter. This is actually doing nothing for me, right? Because this guy doesn't attack. So Sentient is not going to kill Steel Wing here. It does, I guess, more damage against Divinity. We'll just make you beefier, because it doesn't matter, like I said. But there we go. Nice victory. Okay, run summary. So, I think in general, Awoken pairs well with Stygian, especially primary Awoken. Secondary Awoken, of course, is always good. It gives you a card that gives you stat buffs, attack bonuses, it allows you to draw more, and those are great. But you have more options, in my opinion, if you have primary Awoken, because then you could have any of the Rejuvenate cards to use as your scaling unit. All right, so both of these clans, if you have Rejuvenate or Incant, Rejuvenate and Incant both want you to cast a lot of spells, and those mixed together work very well to get a win. So casting a bunch of heals kept my guys alive. If I had Rejuvenate triggers, they do additional things. It got him to, my Animus of Will got her to scale. Woken's Rail Spike, just there to draw cards. Ensnares to keep guys tied down for Relentless, and versus the mini bosses if needed, or versus, yeah, mainly the mini bosses for Last Divinity if I didn't have enough scaling yet. Of course, that wasn't needed because I first had Petrified Skull. Petrified Skull just clears out the mini bosses by itself, so that's a great card. I also had my Nexus Spike, so Adaptive Mutation as a second spell on Nexus Spike. So if you choose something that can target anything, in this case Restore, Torch is another one that's very common, and then put something like Adaptive Mutation on your second one, you can target enemies and swap their attack and defense. Remember, that only works on non-bosses. However, the mini bosses in Last Divinity are not bosses, they're just normal units. That's how they're counted. so you can target them with Nexus Spike. So I had a lot of ways to deal with the mini bosses. I had the ensnares to keep them tied down. I had the petrified skull to kill them, the adaptive mutation to make them weak in defense. You do have to be really careful if you do that, though, especially this Nexus Spike version, because you don't want something like a 600 attack sweeper killing all of your units, or the multi-strike one, coming in with 900 multi-strike and killing all your units, and then your pyre. You want to make sure you can then immediately kill that unit without worry. But it's just a fun interaction. I had the Purge Stone Ice Tornado, which is actually just consumed because of Hope for Peace, but otherwise it was just scaling Animus of Will with Rage, and then swapping its attack and defense back and forth using my 1, 2, 3, 4 adaptive mutation casts. And that makes you a very beefy and very high attack unit that can get you the win. So yeah, it was a good run. A little bit of issue here. Probably, if I did the adaptive earlier, maybe not as big of an issue for that one round. But it was perfectly fine anyways. Okay, if you want to try this challenge yourself, you are welcome to. The challenge code is GrandTreasuryLogical. All right, thank you for watching and have fun.